We are here at the Woodlawn Library today to celebrate the graduation of our first ever Team Talent. They're part of the Summer Youth Employment Program, and this is a pilot to teach youth how to use technology and work directly with the public. And to paraphrase a commercial, we're not your mother's library, your father's library, your grandparents' library. A lot of people don't realize what we are currently doing. So this young man here used Scratch programming to write code and create his own game. And he's got some bats flying around and some characters jumping up and down. The hardest part was finding 11 students that were willing to go to multiple sites and show up when they were scheduled, and this crew was spectacular. They were, we could really count on them. And they're going to show us some of what they did when we move into the other room. I'm joined here by the program coordinator, Leah Butcher, who has done a really good job. Those of you who work for me know that I tend to just throw things, you know, here's a hot potato, here's what I think you should do, just kind of go with it. And I have some staff here who are shaking their heads here. So I don't micromanage, that's a good thing. But I gave Lear some kind of starting points, and I have to thank him for doing a really great job. And also to my colleagues from the Bear Library, Beth Corrine, and from Brandywine Library, Josiah Bartram, and from the Woodlawn Library, Leah Butcher and Tanya Moy.
So the biggest part of the training was getting them prepared to go into the public and deal with just people that didn't really have any kind of knowledge in the areas they needed knowledge in. So we were able to teach them how to assist patrons with printing, scanning, faxing, looking up books, searching online for jobs, navigating websites, using USB drives, using CD drives, all that kind of stuff.
This is Tony Prado with NCC TV, and I'm here with three of the graduates of this stellar program run by our libraries department here in Newcastle County Government. And I'm just going to ask each of these gentlemen to introduce themselves and where they go to school. Starting with you.
Hey, I'm Thomas Napier. I go to Howard High School.
All right, he's a Wildcat, everyone. And your name, young man?
Dakeem Blackiston. I go to William Penn High School.
We got a colonial in the house. You know, we're from Newcastle. Our office is in Newcastle, so just remember that. And last but not least,
my name is Ezra Corm, and I go to Glasgow High School.
All right, we got a dragon. Colors are red and gold, which is pretty original in this state, I got to say. Everybody's blue and gold or blue and white. How freaking boring. Anyway, congratulations, gentlemen. You guys just graduated from a program where, among other things, you were writing code. I mean, I don't know how to write code. I don't know about you guys, but so let me ask you, what were you writing? What kind of code did you write? And in layman's terms, Thomas, describe for us what your project was this summer.
My project was to get a good working experience and learn how to write the code. I wrote codes for a maze game. It's pretty easy now that I think about it. Now that I learned it, it's easy now. Can't wait for next year.
Impressive. And tell us about the code that you worked with, young man.
I did a catching game for children. So basically, the children was a dragon trying to eat, and it turned out I made it so that there were no losers. So because it's a children's game, they were excited to play.
All right. And Glasgow High School, tell us what your program was about.
Well, my game was a strategy game for young minds and older. So the challenge was, it was kind of like the Mario game. So the challenge was to get to the arrow to get to the next level without getting attacked by the bats. The strategy part was to dodge the bats, because if you get hit, automatic restart.
All right, and were you the one who worked with the 3D printer, like showing people how to work the 3D printer in the library?
Yeah.
Did anybody come in and try to print up like a new girlfriend or anything like that?
No.
All right, we're just kidding, folks. Just kidding. Nothing like that happened. And you know, you can't do a lot of things in this world alone. So, what can you say about the adults who provided guidance this year for you? You know, each of you were at different libraries. Talk a little bit about what library you worked in and who you worked with.
I worked at the Kirkwood Library. I worked with the manager, Steve Davis. It was good. Showed me a lot.
All right.
I worked at the Bear Library, and the adults there was a big help. They helped me when there was times where I didn't want to come in. They supported me. I didn't know what I was doing. They always helped. Yeah, a lot of help.
All right, wonderful. And you, young man.
Like he said, I worked at the Bear Library. The adults was a big help. I planned an event, like a little party, for the kids that played Minecraft there, because it was their last day. So one of the adults actually helped me plan the party. We had a budget. So after a while, we actually got the party started. Everybody had a great time, and I loved it.
All right. Well, you know, I want to thank you, gentlemen, for talking with NCC TV today. You guys are to be commended and congratulated on your work this summer. I'm glad you guys learned a lot, and you brought something to Newcastle County Libraries. So I'm Tony Prado with NCC TV. I'm here with Howard High School, Glasgow High School, and last but not least,
William Penn High.
William Penn. He's a Colonial. That's right. Thanks a lot, guys. I really appreciate it.